Boys, what is up? How y'all doing? Welcome to the big show. What's up, boys? Hey, welcome on back to the stream. It's me, your boy, Ludwig. Back at it again with another go live button. So, strap in. Have yourselves a sit. We got ourselves a big one. No, not Marbies. I got some real work to do today. I'm edging you guys on Marbies. Gabe Thickum. Mayor Sid, Tricky McGee, Not Chris, Ramirez, Boosty, Jared, Spread Beagle, Thunder, Badger, Kung Fu. What is up? What is up? What is up? Boys, today is Sunday. But more importantly, I am a couple days separated from our finale of our chess adventure. And it's been an adventure, to be clear. So today, we are going to be reviewing how I accidentally became the biggest chess streamer of all time. A true story. This really happened. And we're going to talk about how. But first, hi, how you guys doing? Happy Father's Day to any fathers in chat. Tell your sons Happy Father's Day. My dad's dead, so pretty chill day for me. Maddie Bush, thank you for the 5 gifted, man. I appreciate it. If you're part of the Dead Dad Gang, Ludwig 7, I got you. What's up? What's up, me and you?
You're my
man. Bort Boy, thank you for the 7 months. It's not clickbait. No, it's literally true. It's literally true. Don't worry, boys. We'll go through all the details soon, sucking through every single second of enjoyment that there is to be had as we talk about how the events unfolded for me to be the biggest. If only for a moment it still happened. Anyone have the screenshot of me at 72K? I can't find it. That's fine, actually. I don't need it. I just realized I don't need it. Hikaru Boat says critical. I'm about to talk about why. Why are you responding to something I haven't even spoken about yet? You're rebuttaling when I haven't even said the opening statement. Do you know how to debate? You just talk when nobody listens. For what reason? It shocks the earth. The earth is shocked. You guys know how I've been changing my YouTube video titles? Because I'm not sure. Maybe there's something better it could be. Someone comments in this video and they say, current title, which one's better? And they changed their fucking comment to type that. They edited their comment that nobody will fucking read to comment that I changed my title. What do you mean? Can you not see the ironicy, the ironicism, the ironicness? You read it? It's a mogul move. If a mogul move is me reading your comment, your life is shit. That is such a low bar. That's your mogul move? That's your mogul move. My mogul move is kickstarting my entire Twitch career. The CEO of Disney bought Fox. Like, the company. And yours is a man read a comment? Come on. I'm all about small goals, but small goals are supposed to lead into bigger ones. Like, you know, lose a pound. It's the start of a bigger snowball. Where does the reading comments one end? Me reading a book you wrote? You need to lose pounds? Post a picture of yourself and post it in chat right now. You got 5 minutes or we're permabanning you. But you have to hold up this and then this and then you need to make this face. Five minutes. Starting now. We just want to see what you look like. But here's the thing. We're so nice. We're so nice. We're not going to judge you. We're not going to be giant assholes. Actually, I will. I will 100% roast you. But chat won't. They'll be very nice. All right, boys. As the title states, as the Go Live notif read, we got to talk about the events that have unfolded over the past few weeks because chess, in a way, has changed this channel more than any game ever has. Darthius, thank you for the 5 gift, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the subs, boys. If I miss it, I apologize. Sam, I was. Jesus is Kanye. Dang it, Ben. Apex Titan, Onion Papa. Darthius, something sleepy. Yo, you got. Cracker. I got the Flu Kale Dingus. Sonorane. Azzy, the Witch Mamba. Thank you, boys. Thank you. You missed mine yesterday? Sorry, Six Corrupted. I apologize. Do accept or don't. It's up to you. But I do apologize. I do miss a lot of subs. And honestly, the reason is because it just brings me to tears. Knowing that there are so many of you guys here just willing to support. Even though it's free, you do it out of the kindness of your heart. And so I don't read subs because if I read too many, I'll cry. Which is why today I promise I'm going to try to read as few subs as possible. Because I know if I continue to read them, I'll tear up. And I think it's better for all of us if I just don't. But you guys should keep subbing. Because it means so much to me. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Smiley faces en masse if you're doing good on this Sunday. Thank you, Bort Boy, for the 1,000 bits. Luft, thank you for the $5. Cutie Mugman, thank you for the Prime. How do you post an image in chat? You can't actually post an image in chat because links aren't allowed. In reality, I don't even remember the guy's name. It was just like me farming content for a minute. I don't care. That's the truth. That's the if I'm gonna peel back the sausage, I never cared. I brought it up only to say something for a minute because I'm live, but I didn't remember his name, and there's no way for me to even pull up links. So, I didn't care. They never do it anyway, so it was a waste. Thank you very much for the tier 3. Was that a tier 3 sub? Did I just miss it? I missed it. It was a tier 3. It was a bad financial investment. I shouldn't see it anyway. It hurts my eyes. Hippie, thank you very much for the 6 months. Xylus, T-Kong, omitting 6. Pie Peter. Cutie Mugman, thank you for all the primers. Boys. Boys. Ginger, thank you. Thank you, Hack. Okay. Let's talk. Let's begin a conversation. Let's open up a dialogue. Because I know what you're thinking. The title right now seems absurd. How I accidentally became the biggest chess streamer of all time. Me! How is that possible? Sounds fake, doesn't it? It's not. For a brief moment, I had more viewers than any chess streamer ever has. Any individual chess streamer. Sure, chess.com's website had me beat. But as far as individuals, a human goes, I'm literally at the top. This is anyone who streamed chess in the past year. And this has been the biggest year for chess, as you guys know. And you don't see XQC. You don't see Hikaru, Alex, Botez, Soda, any of the usual suspects at the top. There's one man all the way up, Ludwig, who had the most viewers by far than any other individual chess streamer at peak. If you look at average, it drops, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the brief moment in history in which we were at the top. How did this all begin? Great question. Great question, chat. Because this all started a few weeks ago when Hikaru, who you probably all know by now, who's blown up on Twitch, has 20K average viewers, announced the Chess pogchamps tournament. Do you guys remember that? The Chess pogchamps tournament. It was meant to be a battle of streamers in chess, coached by top chess players, where the winning players would win a prize. And they announced it along with some names. I think XQC, cr1tikal, Hutch. And I'm watching on the sideline, just, you know, being a streamer with no invite. And, you know, I've lived a lot of my life on Twitch on the outside circle. I've never really collaborated with anyone that has any sort of views. Pretty much just one old man, and that's my life. That's been my life. But chess is something I like. I've streamed chess on this channel before. And so I thought, I'm going to go ahead and reach out to see if this is possible. And that's exactly what I did. I reached out to chess.com through email. I'll show you the email right now. Here it is. It reads, "Hey, hope this email finds you well. I saw the recent announcement for the Twitch chess tournament featuring many great streamers and was wondering if there are still openings. I have been playing chess on stream throughout my Twitch streaming career, featuring prominently during my 1v1 streams. I have attached relevant information as far as viewer count, follower count to hopefully show some credibility that I would be good for the event. Let me know if there are any openings. Thank you." And I attached a screenshot of my viewers, and let me say, it was a flex. I was trying to flex. I wanted in. I assume they probably got several emails. I felt like such a humegalo. Everybody else just copped an invite. I had to send an email to some entity, some company called chess.com to get in. I saw the email on their website. I was job hunting. I'm basically job hunting. And they replied. They actually replied to the email. And this is where the journey began. They said, "Hey man, thanks for reaching out. We already sent out all 16 invites. But those expire in a couple days and will likely get a rejection. So I'll put you at the top of the alternate list. It's just like soccer in high school, boys. I'm on the fucking bench. There's a chance. There's a chance we will see some field time." So I said thanks and moved on. Couple days passed. And May 28th, that's the exact day. No, excuse me, that's not it. Is it? No, this is them emailing because someone tried to hack my chess account. We emailed back and forth 4 times. Nick's the guy who was running the email. Someone hacked my chess account, so I had to get access. By the way, whoever hacked my chess account, very funny. And so 2 days later, after I'm finding out that I'm an alternate, on May 28th, I get an email. And it reads, actually, I'll show you guys. I can't show you. Let me show you, because I do see chess.com in my chat saying they sent me an invite. But I'll leak. Ooh, I'll leak all day, baby. You don't think I'll leak? I'll leak. Ooh, this is the day of leakage. The day of leakage is upon us. All right, hold up. Pulling it up right now. Ludwig. Okay, let me make sure that I'm not leaking anything. That's personal info. We're good. Here it was. They said I was an alternate, and then 2 days later, May 28th, they hit me back, and they say this. Sure thing. Regarding the tournament, it looks like everyone is in for now. But I wish we invited you. If anyone drops, want the spot? If not, want to come for some commentary? We'll do more of these in the future. I'm sure we'll get around to you. I got rejected. They literally megaloled me out the building. Me! I spent so much time. I sent an email. I took screenshots, and they megaloled me. Even all the work I did, I wasn't in, and I was sad. I was genuinely sad because look, I know I'm on the outside of Twitch's inner circle. I know I do my own thing, but this is the one time, the one game where I felt like I could be somebody, and it wasn't in the cards. Until a couple days later, where I get an email from Nick with the subject line, you're in. June 1st, that's the day. Move aside flight. There's 2 people who are about to crush it in June. We're in the event, Group D. And this is like about a week or so after it was announced. So I'm already behind the competition. Everyone else has already been locked. Everybody else already started practicing. There's been coaching sessions going around. I'm just finding out that I'm going to be a part of it. And so I'm like, okay, let's get involved. And I find out I'm in Group D. Now, Group D is interesting. Group D is interesting because let me tell you about the characters in Group D. This is how it's supposed to work. 16 streamers, 4 groups of 4. 2 will make it into the championship bracket. 2 will make it into the consolation or losers bracket. The championship bracket, top 8, has more money. And then the losers bracket's more so just for fun, has less money involved. And so I was in a group of 4. It was me. It was Box. The young savant. Guy who's like masters in league. I don't even know if that's the word for it. But a league savant, was a streamer since he was 16. Swiftor, who's brand new to the game, the noob. And Papalate, who will turn out to be just a better, more German Ludwig. I didn't know it was possible to be a more German Ludwig when my name's fucking Ludwig, but apparently it is. And so that was the group. I had 3 matches. If I win 2, I will move on to the winner's bracket, which is my goal. And my first match is against no one else but Box. The clear favorite to make it out of my group. A clear favorite for top 4 in the whole tournament, even. And so, I prepare for my first match by doing training. Actually, let me check. Hold up. I wrote a whole Google Doc for this. Yes. I prepared for my match against Box by training with Hikaru. If you guys don't know, Hikaru, obviously big chess streamer, but also former number 2 chess player in the world, right? The former number 2 chess player in the world recently just got dethroned as the best blitz player in the world. I mean, he's a god at the game. He was, I think when he became a GM, he was the youngest man to become a GM in the world. I shouldn't even say man, he was a boy. He beat Bobby Fischer's record. He's a true legend of the game of chess, better than I am at chess now when he was 5, and he coached me. And he taught me one thing in specific. He taught me the Ponziani opening. That was our main game plan going in. This is what we were going to do. I trained with my sensei, and I learned the Ponziani opening, an aggressive chess opening that would secure me the victory versus my much greater opponent, Box. And so with that preparation in mind, we started the game. And everything started right. We start with the Ponziani opening, which is basically, if you don't know anything about chess, it's putting this pawn here so that you can eventually move this pawn and have it be more supported. It's a strong opening to control the center early. And I'm doing everything fucking right. Every move's going well. Everything's working. I might beat Box. Until turn 6, where I actually fucked up and I did the wrong move. Yeah, so it turns out that after this turn, I did the wrong move. Apparently, I'm supposed to do something else that I didn't end up doing. And so it didn't super work out because I was playing something I didn't remember. Because here's the problem. Let me explain to you the real problem. And if you don't know anything about chess, this should still make sense. I'm getting taught by the best there is. And he's teaching me dozens of different situations that can happen. And I'm supposed to remember this all the day before. There's variations where I'm supposed to bring this bishop out. There's variations where I'm supposed to bring this knight out. Variations where I'm supposed to bring this queen out even. Sometimes I bring the bishop this far. Sometimes only this far. Sometimes I take. Sometimes I don't take. And I can only remember so far. So once we got to move 5, I fuck up. But that's still fine. It's not like my move was that dumb. It wasn't a game ender. Honestly, everything was going fine. We were doing great. We were making moves up until we weren't. You see, this bar on the left will be your teacher for this whole day. This bar on the left will show you. This white bar means white is winning. I'm white. I'm Lud Skywalker. I made this account when I was 17. I thought it was cool. I still think it's cool. Black having more means black's winning. White automatically starts winning because white moves first. This is a known thing in chess. And so everything's fine. I'm actually winning by one whole pawn here. And then when I do this, I go from winning by 2 pawns, because every 1 point means 1 pawn, to winning by 0 pawns. But it's still fine. But then I do that. And this means a blunder, which is chess talk for holy shit, you are so fucking stupid. But the good thing is he makes blunders too. So, it's not all bad until I make some more blunders. And he stops making blunders. And in only 14 turns, beats me in a game of chess. Thanks, cutie. Pizza. It took him 14 turns to checkmate me. And I lose my match. And it sucks to lose. But I was looking at it from a different angle. Because you guys know I like to do one thing in specific. Sometimes losing isn't a mistake for me. All right, new plan. I throw. So this happens. I say this right after losing to Box. Literally the day I lost to Box, my first match, this is what I say. All right, new plan. I throw every single match I have. I get into the consolation shitters bracket. I beat the out of everyone there. It's a pogchamps story the whole way through. That's an interesting plan. That's an interesting plan. Now, this was obviously just banter. That I was just bantering with my viewers. But it is true that if you win the loser's bracket, you get $4,000. If you win the championship bracket, you get $10,000. But if you get last place in the champion, you only get $1,500. And everyone in the championships bracket's really good. So somebody could do some calculations and decide to make some moves. Now, I believe in integrity. I'm a competitor, obviously one of the best Melee players of all time in my day, had great tournaments. But I did bring this idea up on stream. And so then enter game 2 of my group bracket. Remember, I need to win 2 to win. Swiftdoor's an absolute noob, brand new to the game. I already lost to Box. If I win this match, I'm probably going to make it out. If I lose, I'm probably going to go to the consolation bracket. And the match was against Papa Platt. And if you don't know, Papa Platt is a German streamer. A German streamer who literally has way more viewers than me. All right? Way more German than me. And does all the things I do. He plays Mario on stream. He does just chatting content. He plays chess for like double the amount of viewers. But I was a favorite to win. My rating at the time, about 1,000. His 700. It should be a surefire win. The problem is I didn't get any coaching before the day of the tournament. I tried reaching out to Hikaru and he said he was busy. But he messaged me and he said, Ludwig, I have a brilliant idea. I think for this game, you're going to go for a sneaky opening he won't expect. And this will guarantee you the W. Now, bear in mind, it's a best of 1, so I only get 1 chance at winning. So I take his advice and I go for it. Starting out as black, the second to move, I go E5. This is normal, very classical. Then after he plays his knight, also very classical, I mix it up. With F5, you'll see this bar immediately shot down because it's not a great opening. It's a gambit. The king side gambit. I'm literally giving up a pawn that no one can protect in hopes that it'll bring me a W throughout the entire game. We continue. He makes a blunder here. I make a great capture. Black's all of a sudden winning. A little blunder there from me. He blunders back. Blunder from me. And then he makes a genius move. Puts me in check. I have to protect my king. Block with the pawn. Puts me in check again. I'm freaking out. So I block with my bishop. But I didn't realize in the bottom left corner of my screen was standing a rook worth 5 points with no one protecting him, and he takes him. And now I'm panicking. I moved my king. I don't know what to do. I didn't want it to take him my knight, so I thought I'd protect my knight. He moves this guy in. I'm freaking the fuck out. I move this guy. I don't know where I'm going. He moves there. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know. I can't take it. What do I do? What do I do? I move my king. It's okay. Then he moves over here. What does that mean? I'm in check again. How do I block this? I move my king again. I'm in the fucking front of the board. He does this. I'm panicking. I'm panicking. And so I decide, in this moment, down big, what's the one move I can make to come back? I'm black, he's white. There's one single move that can win me this game. And so I decide to move my bishop here. But what I didn't notice at the time was that apparently I could have just taken his queen. I missed it. I just didn't see it. it would have. It would look at. I mean, like it would have literally almost won me the game. It's absurd. He would have gone from this, and I'll read this, mate in 9. That's what this means, which means 9 moves away from checkmating if you play it perfectly. To, if I played it right, literally only being up 6, which is an easy comeback to make. But I didn't see it at the time. I didn't see it, so that's not what happened. And instead, I continued to play on, and the game went on for a bit. But unfortunately, he was up so much material. He had so many more pieces than I did that he eventually found a checkmate. And I lost the game against Papa Plata, which meant 2 things. 1, I'm a lot worse at chess than I thought I was. And 2, I am now literally guaranteed to be in the consolation bracket. It turned out later that maybe Hikaru's advice that he gave me, I read incorrectly. I'll pull it up here, but he said he doesn't have time to teach me. He said, Ludwig, okay, teach Ludwig? Well, I could teach Ludwig. What's XQC up to? Apparently my viewer count
Who
too
gave
low.
him the Latvian Gambit advice?
So his one piece of advice
Hikaru, you look
was
so
the
shocked.
Latvian Gambit. But now what do I do? Now what the f am I supposed to do, Hikaru?
This is not what I told him to play at all.
You just said to do F5.
Yeah,
I have
that's why I'm
nothing
confused.
else.
Who told him this?
Sorry, I'm going to my Discord, so I'm
Right,
trying to look at what I wrote.
Luigi Classical.
Okay, let me look. Okay, am I really going to tell you guys? Okay.
So Hikaru goes on to leak in front of 50,000 people that I might have lied about the opening he told me. Apparently, he told me to do something completely different, and I just didn't listen. His exact DM after I asked him for help was, don't have time, in response to me asking for coaching. But here's my recommendation. Papa Plata is new to the game. He'll go E4, so I'd recommend something unorthodox to confuse him, like E4 and then D5. D5. I did F5. But the letters are so close. And he DM'd me and I'm not kidding, at 6:47 a.m. 6:47 a.m. Are you really going to say it's my fault that I read it incorrectly? I think it's his fault. He could have clarified more. 6:47? I'm a streamer. I've never gotten up before noon ever. What do you mean? I responded at 7 a.m. because my buzz woke me up. I have a special notification when Hikaru rings me. It's actually the old chocolate LG ringtone. And every time he DMs me, it plays the entire song. So I woke up. He woke me up actually after only sleeping for 3 hours, and I read it. And then I thought it said F5. Apparently it said D5. And so I did the wrong thing. And also,
right.
If that was the only disappointment that I gave Hikaru, it wouldn't be too bad. But this was his reaction.
Also, the important thing is that he doesn't. The main thing for Papa Plata here is to not hang his queen or hang something for free. As long as he doesn't lose a queen or a knight or something along these lines and get nothing in return.
Final destination
he
much?
Should win this game. But again, he's thinking for a long time. He's down to 4 minutes already. Like I said, oh my gosh.
Oh.
Das ist no.
Right.
Hikaru,
brother.
jinxed it. You jinxed it. You said he was going to give his queen and he listened.
I said it was 20%. There's a reason I said it was 20%. Oh.
Oh, no.
Okay, Ludwig.
Okay, let's see.
Come on, Ludwig. Put on your serious face. Put on your serious face and take the queen. Put on your serious face, man. Put it on.
Not to scare you, but right now on his stream, this is the arrow he has drawn on the board.
Put it on. Put on your serious face, Ludwig.
Coach Hikaru coming out. Okay, we're listening to him again. This music is perfect for what's going on.
So if I bring bishop to e6 and then he takes this, and then I take this, then I can, yeah, I think bishop to e6 is fine. Seems reasonable. It's reasonable. I didn't say it's great, but it's reasonable.
Oh my god.
It was reasonable.
Chad, I think we just lost you.
I've never seen a man more disappointed in me ever. Mostly because my father died 15 years ago. Thanks, Hikaru, for giving me the feeling during Father's Day. I appreciate that. And so, we lose game 2. H-Rock, thank you for the raid. Hope it's fun with the fam. Also, Hikaru's in my chat right now. It called me a lazy bum. So we lose our second game, which means we are now 100% in the consolation bracket. I'm a little disappointed. I know, memes aside, I did talk about throwing for content, but this was a game that was genuinely a challenge, and losing a challenge, no matter what, doesn't feel good. Especially when you're the favorite, especially when the man who coached you, who had so much faith, Hikaru called me a secret favorite for the tournament, someone to watch. And he was not talking about the consolation tournament. He was talking about the championship one. So I felt a little bit of guilt. I felt a little bad. But I had one game left to play before my match versus Swiftor. And then this is when things changed. This is when I started to take things seriously. Little loud. I was more proactive to find coaching. I went out and I bought chess books. I got Bobby Fischer's book on teaching people how to play chess. It's a great book. It taught me a lot on how to look for certain threats. I was playing off stream and on stream, ignoring viewer count, literally just trying to get better at the game. In our match, this one versus Swiftor is not for a bracket placement, but it's for seeding. But I don't care about the seeding. I don't care where I am. I just want to start winning. I haven't won a game yet. I want to know if I have the capability. At this point, it feels like when you're a kid and all the parents say you could be so good if you just applied yourself, but I never fucking did. Am I actually good? Or am I falling for the things my parents say? Is it all a lie? I don't know. So how about I actually fucking apply myself? Actually put my soul into this thing? Make myself vulnerable to real loss, real pain, and go for a real win. And so I start my game versus Swiftor. Bear in mind, Swiftor is the worst in our pool. But I'm focused the whole way through. And it starts like all my games did. E4. I'm confident in this opening. I go for the knight's game. And I'm just trying to play smart chess. Smart chess. That's what I'm thinking. Smart chess. Everything's looking good. This bar right now, not too crazy. I haven't made any big mistakes. Neither has he. Until right here. I blunder my bishop. You can see the bar plummet. Because this bishop right now is being attacked by the knight, and no one is protecting it. A single bishop move will take it and result in me being down an entire piece, losing likely this game. And he fucking missed it. He fucking missed it. He didn't see the move. In fact, he didn't see it for 2 turns straight. I got away with murder. And I take that and I use it. I was given an opportunity, a blessing, and I don't let it go to waste. I continue down. I see he takes my pawn, leaves his bishop hanging. Look, nobody's protecting it. I snipe it. I continue on my threat with the underestimated, never seen on this planet triple stack. I bring out the in and out. 1, 2, 3 pieces all stacked attacking up here. And I have one thing in mind. Check fucking mate. He's used almost all of his time. I have 5 minutes left. I see it right here. Can you see where it is? I have a guaranteed mate. I pull back my rook. It finds a discovered, or I find a check here. He can't take me because it's protected by the bishop. He moves the only place he can. And so the only move I have to do now is move my rook backwards. The bishop finds a discovered check. The king can't escape here or here because the rook's blocking it. He can't take away this piece that's attacking him. And I find a checkmate in 26 moves. And I'm feeling good. It's my first win. And all of a sudden I feel like maybe Hikaru's not all talk. Maybe I can be good at the game. Maybe I can find a way to win. And in my post-game interview, they talk about how I found a way to win. And to this day, I credit my win to one thing and one thing only. Let's watch.
Look.
What? Why are you sighing? I'm in trouble.
Ludwig, look.
What? Why are you sighing?
No, I'm just kidding. Why'd you give your bishop for free, though? Come on, Ludwig. You had 500 gifted subs on the line. You cannot be living life with that kind of risk.
Alex. Here's a little thing that I'm going to pass on to you from one streamer to another. It's called throwing for content. You got to make it a little more exciting, all right? Throwing a hanging bishop. Have everybody in suspense for a moment. My endgame's phenomenal. Do you know why? I pick up Dvorsky's endgame book. Okay? Now, I can't read a word of this because it's all in chess notation. It makes no sense. But I own it, and this alone has been a 300-point up for me.
Have you been like sleeping next to it, trying to get some, osmosis going on?
Every night. I no longer own a pillow. I just sleep on Dvorsky's book in 4th edition. Now, if you're not a chess nerd, you might not know about Dvorsky's endgame manual. It's what literal, like near GMs, if not GMs, use to get better. It's like a book that you could only unlock if you were already a top 0.001% player. GMs use it, and that's about it because everyone else can't understand it. And the people, like the level that it says that you need to have to read it is 2200. That's the ELO rating. My ELO rating is less than half of that. But I'll say, did it work? Did it work? Yes, it did. Hikaru has read the book. Apparently, he read it when he was 9 years old. But I'm 24, and I feel like, I'm an English major, so even though my chess skill's not there, my reading comprehension's through the roof. I took the SATs. I didn't do great on them, but I took them. So I feel like it applies. Anyway, the ownership of the book was enough to bring me through and secure a dub versus Swiftor. And now it was time for the consolation bracket. The consolation bracket was a pretty big pool. In fact, it feels weird to say, but I think the consolation bracket was a bigger deal than even the championship bracket because look at the names. You had people like XQC. You had me, Foosley Chocobars, Slicker, Moist Critical. The biggest names in the tournament, XQC and Critical, were in this bracket. XQC is the one who started the chess craze. This was the bracket that he ended up in. This is the bracket that a lot of the viewers had their eyes on, even though it was remarkably worse chess. And so for me to win, I had to win my match against Chocobars right here. And then if I beat her, I would play the winner of Foosley XQC, and then I would be in the finals. playing whoever won on the right side of the bracket. That was my path to victory. The meme that I said during my loss against BoxBox was starting to become a reality. I was only 3 games away. Now, I should say, this bracket was no longer best of 1. It was all best of 2, which sounds like it shouldn't be a thing. Usually it's best of 1 or best of 3 or best of 5. But in chess, they have best of 2s, which means you only have 2 games. One is white and one is black. And if you win one and draw one, then you win. If you win both, you win. If you win one, lose one, you go to a sudden death tiebreaker. The reason for this is because there's a clear advantage in chess when you are the white pieces. The white pieces have an advantage, so they do a best of 2 rather than a best of 3. Otherwise, one person would always have an advantage, being white in additional time. So the sudden death is not a normal game. The first 2 games are 10 minutes of playtime with 5 seconds for each move. But the sudden death is only 3 minutes to play with 0 seconds per move. I know you're saying that's just a best of 3, but 3 minutes per move, think of it like college football. 3 minutes to make all of your moves is barely any time to think. You have to make your moves in an instant. If an average game lasts about 40 moves, you're working with 180 seconds. I mean, we're talking about like what? 180 divided by 40? Someone's good at math here. It's less than 5 seconds a move. Less than 5 seconds to make every single move on the chessboard. That's no time at all. It's not a true best of 3. It's a best of 2, and then a fucking hellhole. This sudden death is insane. I've played 3-0. My rating is 300 points worse because of how quickly you have to play and how much you need experience to carry you through it. You can't think about every move. You just have to know. And so I enter my first match versus Chocobars in the consolation bracket. The prize up top is $4,000, but more importantly, it's the eyes of the viewers. Throughout all of this, my channel was blowing up. I was streaming with people I'd never streamed before. I've streamed with Hutch. I streamed with cr1tikal. More people were finding me. I was just playing games and people were watching me. The big prize wasn't the money. Not to say that $4,000 is nothing to scoff at. But the viewers you get from it, the people who follow you along the journey, that's worth more than 4K. So I wanted this dub. And I entered my match versus Chocobars by getting a coaching session. Now, you might be wondering, who was it from? Was it from Hikaru? Or perhaps Hans, who's another player who coached me a lot? It's actually the person that was supposed to be my coach the whole tournament. You might be wondering why I haven't brought him up yet, but it's actually a her. And I haven't brought her up because she blew me off the whole fucking event. That's right. When I got the news on June 1st that I would be a part of this event, I was told 2 things. 1, what pool I would be in and who I'd be playing against. And 2, that I would be having a coach, because the idea was have shitty streamers get coached by great players so they can play better. And my coach was Alexandra Botez, a woman's FIDE master in chess, a phenomenal player who was meant to coach me. And so we emailed back and forth, and we actually came up on a coaching day weeks before the constellation bracket started. And it was meant to be Saturday at 6 p.m. We had email correspondence. Email correspondence! We corresponded through email and decided on a date. And so when 6 p.m. came, I was admittedly a little late because I was in a coaching session with Hikaru. And it ran late because Hikaru was busy. Not busy, excuse me. It ran a little late because Hikaru... Okay, well, I'll tell the truth. Hikaru was teaching me... This is when he was teaching me the Ponziani. And I just... Not a date. We're not dating. No, not a date. Not a date. Like, we had a date set. We had a date set for the coaching. Relax, chat. Relax. All right? But it was 6 p.m. on Saturday. And I had a coaching session with Hikaru at 5. But it ran a little late because I'm a little dumb. And so I still hit up Alexandra because our coaching session was supposed to be an hour, like 20 minutes after it happened. And I was like, you ready? And she was like, yeah, but how about you do some coaching with my friend instead? And you know me, I'm easygoing. I'm breezy. So I'm like, sure, yeah. I'll do coaching with your friend. It was with Shiyu. She's a great chess player. We had a great coaching session. I was supposed to do it with Alexandra. That's who was assigned to be my coach. But even though it was still within the period of our coaching session time slot, she pawned me off. And I normally wouldn't care about this. Why am I even bringing this up? Who cares? Who gives a shit? I still got coaching from other people. She said she couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. Well, the next day, Hassan, another streamer, got a private one-on-one coaching session that was 3 hours long and really was mostly talking about the Argentinian government's exploitation of workers and furthered interest in socialism with a little bit of chess sprinkled in, while me, the assigned player to the coach, hasn't gotten a minute of coaching. I mean, the Bulls. And so I brought it up to her on stream that I hadn't got coaching. And she said she would coach me. And we did coaching. But apparently she was a little bitter. Because she started off the coaching session with this.
All right, so here's the position just to warm you up. It's a checkmate in 1. And while you solve it, I'm just going to quickly review Chocobar's game so that I can, give you some good prep. But don't worry about it. Like I said, it's just a checkmate in 1.
So bear in mind, I have a match against Chocobars. I'm trying to prep versus Chocobars to beat Chocobars in my match, which was the day after this coaching session. And so she started off with a puzzle, which is pretty normal in chess. In fact, if you want to improve pretty rapidly, doing puzzles will often give you the ability to see things you wouldn't normally see in the game under stress or time pressure. So in this position on the chessboard, there is a way for white to checkmate in a single move. One move, and you get a checkmate. Right now, you can take the time to see what the move would be for white to find this checkmate. But that was my task for the coaching session.
Elementary.
And she said, while I was doing it, she would be looking up Chocobar's openings to help me.
Elementary checkmate in 1. Yeah, of course. Okay. Well, we have a knight here that can put him in check, and our queen's pinning pawn, so pawn can't take, and top square is taken, top right's not though, so it would be an escape tile. Ooh, then we're gonna have to go with somebody who can attack that diagonal. Checkmate.
Doesn't feel like she's doing a lot of work there, huh? Weird, right?
So one checkmate in 1 means in 1 move, right?
Yeah, you only have 1 move. And again, don't stress it too much. I'm sure you'll find it soon. This is just to warm up your brain.
Queen to f5 would be the one I'm thinking of, and let me just make sure. Bring that queen over here, and that's got to be mate. That's mate. Nope, because then he can take the knight, so it's not mate.
Correct.
Okay. We're getting there. I do need something that can attack the escape square on h8. Currently, I wouldn't have anything.
Chat, I know it's hard. That's the point. This is revenge for the rant last pogchamps. Ladies and gentlemen, he's not supposed to get it.
The truth comes out. Because I went on a rant in front of like 50K people about how she's a shitty coach, she tried to make me look a fool and waste time on a puzzle that is nearly impossible for someone around my level. So we continue then.
If I take with this bishop,
I've beaten
on
Pogo
this
Stuck.
file, it's attacked by the pawn.
I've
and the
beaten
pawn
Jump
taken.
King.
Yeah, why not? Checkmate in 2. It's a lie.
No, but
It's a lie.
No, don't worry. It's just to warm up.
Okay.
It is a
I'll start.
checkmate in 1. You
Okay,
can do it.
okay.
I would unlie.
Sure. I did.
So this is what I do. But rather than mate in 1, why not do something that brings joy, togetherness, bringing people together? That's what life's about. End of the day, everything we do is to feel a little less lonely. Watching Hulu, Netflix, hanging out with friends, going on Twitch.tv, donating $10 for free content. It's all about being a little less lonely. And today, I say fuck a mate in 1. I want to be a little less lonely. Mate in 2.
Ludwig, it's a chess position, not a life philosophy.
Okay, you heard all that?
About loneliness.
Okay.
You're just trying to get an
Sure.
accurate solution. You only have to find one move. Come on, Ludwig.
Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, I'll go back. I'll go back.
Yeah,
That was
sounds
stupid.
good.
That was
Cool.
stupid. Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
I was muted. So apparently it was possible to find the mate in 1. And I'll have you know, I did find it. Have you found it yet?
Hold on. Just for encouragement. I mean,
Why can't...
I've had
why
a long,
can't
a little bit bad,
someone say
honestly.
this? Where did I find it?
Hassan,
I have to react to what she does.
yeah,
Where was it? I see. A little less lonely.
a chess. We're just.
Okay,
no, no.
yeah, I'll go back.
Yeah,
I'll go
sounds
back.
good.
That was
Cool.
stupid. That was stupid. Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go back. 20 minutes later.
Cool. Yeah.
I was muted. I do the impossible. This is so hard. Okay. I see it. En passant. Yes! 7 to e5. That was so cheap of you to not show me the black moving to that square. Oh, I see it. En passant. It was possible from a very situational play you can make in chess called en passant, which is French for in passing, where you can capture a piece that is next to you because they moved up 2 squares. It's to prevent pieces from passing, right, unfairly without the chance to capture them or have war. So this piece right here was here, moved up 2. You're allowed to capture it because otherwise they would just be able to pass you, and that would make endgames very weird. Comes up occasionally. It only comes up when they move up 2 spaces exactly, and you are right next to them, and then the square is open for you to capture, obviously. And so I do en passant here, which of course,
I like.
if you see it, now you should be able to see how it's mate. En passant means that this bishop will be putting the king under check. This knight is blocking the king from going to g8. The queen's protecting the knight. It's checkmate. And I didn't see it, partially because it's hard, and partially because she was a little Weasley about it and didn't show the first move. She showed me the puzzle like this, and it does show you that black made this move with the highlighted squares, but it's not a specific action that was done, which made it all the harder to find. Anyway, the rest of the coaching session was not nearly as much of a struggle. We got a lot done, and we decided on an opening, and we actually practiced very specifically for Chocobar's opening, and then my game versus Chocobar's started. My game versus Chocobar's was, again, a best of 2. And so we started the game with me going e4 as white because I had a higher accuracy. I was allowed to pick my color. She played the Sicilian, a pretty difficult defense when you're white to figure out. It's very different sometimes. I go for the d4 opening, remembering what I learned during the coaching session. Whoops. It continues on. Slowly gaining advantage, losing advantage, things going well, things going poorly. A pretty clean game. All the way until move 17. We're in this position that's been going back and forth, you can see in the bar. Choco Bars makes a fatal error. Moving her knight over to g4, unprotected by any single piece, but under threat by my knight. I capitalize immediately. One entire piece down is too much for Choco Bars to bear. I continue my war path, trading down, because it's always okay to trade when you're up in pieces, boys. That's the fucking secret. It doesn't even matter if I'm losing small trades. I'm up so much that even if I'm +2 pawns, I'm able to continue this and extrapolate it into a secured victory. And that's exactly what I do. But it's not the most deafening defeat. I'll show you. My accuracy, which is a number that shows how many moves you made were correct. Not that there's only one way to play, but that there's incorrect moves. There's infinite right moves. There's very few wrong moves. Anything in inaccuracy or lower, inaccuracies, mistakes, blunders, or missed wins will ruin your accuracy. And I ended with a 52% accuracy to her 50.7. Barely outplaying her. Even though I won, it's only because I capitalized on one mistake. If I hadn't, there's a big chance I would have lost that game. And so then we start game 2. In game 2, I'm not trying to fuck around. Game 2, I'm trying to prove that I can win. I don't want a single blunder. And so it starts. Me playing the black this side. Everything going well. Making strong, decisive plays. Making a gambit here. In this position with my knight to take her pawn on c2. Threatening her rook. She puts it in safety. Moves her knight out. And then blunders. Throws her rook into peril. Right under threat of my knight. Protected by nothing. Not that it matters because a rook is more valuable than a knight. And I don't miss it. I take the rook. And from there, well, I'll roll the clip of what happened.
Okay, well, we're listening in on Ludwig. Oh,
Every single red means a pre-move.
AKA,
AKA, I am making dozens of moves before she even makes one.
Oh no. Why is he pre-moving like this? Oh, okay, he's gonna do it.
And then I make a call out. Watch your fucking ass, Slicker! I'm coming for the goddamn throat! You better not spread your cheeks to Moist Critical's throbbing cock! Or else I'm coming! That was a reference. That was a reference. That was a reference to Slicker and Moist Critical, who are two people on the other side of the bracket who I had beef with talking about how one of them's Johnny Sins. I don't know. They had a weird analogy going on. I was just hearkening back to it. I don't often bring up how I'm gonna fuck you so hard. I think that's not the best insult in the world. It's kind of lame, but it was a reference to that. They talked about throbbing cocks. Look, chess gets a little weird. It gets a little weird in chess world. Anyway, I win cleanly. And now, all of a sudden, I'm in the semifinals of the tournament. And I'm going to have to play the winner of XQC and Fuslie. And I haven't talked too much about XQC today, but I should have. Because XQC deserves a lot of credit. Without him, this tournament probably wouldn't have been a thing. XQC is the one who started playing chess and originally getting coaching from Hikaru months ago now. Blew up the entire category on the platform. Chess is now one of the biggest games. Chess. Fucking chess. It's the biggest game. And it's because of an admittedly shitty-ass player compared to the rest of the chess players in the world getting a little bit of coaching from one of the best in the world. And I was going to play the winner of him and Fuslie. Not only that, I actually commentated their match. And XQC versus Fuslie. I don't have too many clips from it, but it was an upset. Because although XQC did blow it up on Twitch, he was always considered, I think the correct term is the fart of Twitch. Often losing, even though he's the most popular. In fact, suffered a very, very, very deafening defeat, which I'll show you right here, which it's probably the best way for me to express XQC and his performance. Let's just roll the clip. Let's roll the clip. This clip is me showing you what XQC's chess performance is like. All right, so we're going to be watching this chess match here, guys. It's between Moist Critical and XQC. Well, I guess that's the end of the chess match between Moist Critical and XQC. Another riveting bout between those two. That match, it lasted 6 moves. It has 2 million views on YouTube. It's one of the most viewed chess games of all time. And it's XQC getting mated in 6. And this was his storyline coming into the consolation bracket. This was his journey. But XQC, for all the shit that he gets, kept playing. And against Fuslie, who was the favorite to win that match, ended up winning. And it was going to be me versus XQC in the semifinals. We even talked before our match. Here's the reaction of him winning.
Not killing anything. This structure is very good for everything. All I have to worry about is nothing. I don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, let's go. Let's get out.
Up 17 pieces. Fuslie's clock down at 10-ish seconds.
Come on,
XQC with a full almost minute left.
2 seconds on the clock. Yes! Yeah, baby! Let's go! Warpination at 900! Easy! Easy! I told you guys! I told you guys! The fucking warlord come back, dude! I told you, dude! I told you! We'd come from loser's bracket all the way back and we're gonna grind it out, dude! I told you guys, dude! The investment of time was worth it! I told you guys that the Golem would come back! I'm not the fun of Twitch, are you kidding me, dude? I'm the Golem of Twitch, the warlord! Let's We can do this. We can grind it out. We can grind our way back out, boys. Hey, win. It wasn't even close. Guys, some of these moves were sick. Some of the guys, look at the accuracy. It's 74.9%. It's not even that bad. That's pretty strong. You were here when it happened, chat. Hell yeah. Woo! Okay, baby. Okay. We're done with that.
And that was XQC's victory speech. You can see how happy he was to win. How much he was expected to lose. But since I commentated the match, I also did the post-game interview. And I was also supposed to be his next opponent. So this happened. I'd love to see it. You're high and mighty. Look, I'm happy you won a game, but let's look at the record, XQC.
Listen, I got momentum. One of my good friends always say, speed, violence, momentum. And that's in my favor. So you might have to wind it up a little bit.
I can't beat that. If he's got that on his side, that's pretty hard.
Wait, Ludwig, you went from super confident to now being
He's got speed, violence, and momentum.
Yeah.
He's mutuals with Dr. Disrespect on Twitter. Dr. Disrespect is probably better than Hikaru at chess, for being honest for a moment. Look, I have a strategy, Robert, that I think will work out. Hikaru, you teach him, coach, out of curiosity?
Okay.
Hold this.
What is it? So I guess I'll see you next round, dude. But if I put a bit more time, dude, listen, you're not making it through.
Put the time in. I would put.
I think
I'll do a little side wager.
It's right here. Yeah, right here.
But listen, Ludwig is.
Hold up, right here.
I have a question. I realize you play Ludwig. Yeah. You want to say to Ludwig as you face him in the semifinals.
Take a jerk. Robert asks XQC what XQC wants to say to me because we're about to play in the semifinals.
Listen.
Yeah.
I don't want to make too much spice, okay? But listen, Ludwig is kind of that friend from high school who played like 2,000 games of League and he's still silver. That's kind of how it is. So I guess I'll see you next round, dude. But if I put a bit more time, dude, listen, you're not making it through.
Put the time in. I would put. You want to do a little side wager? I'll give to 100 subs if you beat me. You don't have to put anything up.
I'll match it. 100 subs.
You match it?
On the game.
Easy money.
Sure.
Yeah.
Easy money. Sure, man.
100 gifted subs. $500 are on the line now. And all of a sudden, this match between me and XQC has a new tone to it. And so, I prepare. Me versus XQC. I prepped by continuing to read my book, not the Dvorsky one, but the Bobby Fischer one. I looked at some of his matches, but I didn't actually get any direct coaching. And XQC prepared by playing The Last of Us 2 for 17 hours straight. Oh. Okay. Well, still no one to underestimate. Obviously a great gamer in many games, and so we start our best of 2, Ludwig versus XQC. And I did a bit of preparation. So I was kind of prepared for the opening because you can actually look up other people's chess games. And I saw that he often likes, as black, to bring out his knight. And then, after doing that, bring out his bishop to attack the king. And he loves when you have 2 pawns in the same row. And so I thought, let's avoid that. I was a little surprised he brought out this knight instead of this knight, which is much more natural. But I still went with my plan. How do you avoid this? If you bring up this pawn, then you'll be pinned. The knight can't move, otherwise the king's under threat. I thought, let's do this. This puts the bishop under threat. Now he has to prepare for it. He does so by taking me. I take him. And then I move up my piece. Try to get the bishop out of there. The game continues on. And I make a few mistakes here and there. He makes a few mistakes as well. But it's pretty even right up until here. In fact, There was a way for me to get a checkmate in 8 moves guaranteed. And I didn't see it. I'm ashamed to say, I was going for cheese. I remember being in this spot. I was in this spot and I had a way to get checkmate in 8. But what I was thinking this whole time was if I bring my queen to this spot and his queen isn't here, then it's a checkmate. Think about it. If no one's defending this spot and my queen's here, the king is under check. He can't escape here because the queen will block it. He can't escape here or here because there's the pawns. It's checkmate. And so I was thinking in this moment, even though I'm at such a large advantage because of the positions, because I can do really good moves, I'm going to do something stupid and put my king here in hopes of baiting him to take this pawn. He ends up doing this. I ignored it. I was like, I'll do another throwaway move. I do this. And that's when he finally does it. He takes the pawn here. I have the free file. I can get the checkmate. It's so easy. So I move my queen, pick her up, hover it over the position, smiling to myself, thinking, man, this is going to be so damn easy. And then I make the fucking move. GG, Felix. It turns out that I accidentally forgot that because he moved this pawn up, he has an escape square. And so he can just do that. And so it actually wasn't even close to a mate. And so I just traded pieces, and I actually ended up down a pawn because of it all. But I start bringing it back. I put him in check here. He blocks me. Wrong move. Check again. He blocks me. Wrong move. I grab a pawn. He moves this pawn down, trying to protect himself. I put him in check again, going for this pawn. And now all of a sudden, I'm making a comeback. In fact, the game's dead even. But here's where I make a brutal mistake. You see, in the game of chess, it's a best of 2. Winning is an option. But there's one more very important option. Drawing. If you make the same moves 3 times straight on both sides, it's a draw. It's very easy to achieve that in certain situations. And right here, I could have forced a draw by continually putting him in check. I could have gone here and then down here and consistently put him in check. In fact, I started to do it. But I said, fuck that. We're going to go for the win, baby. Grab the pawn. Grab the pawn. Going for the 3rd pawn. And then, apparently that's checkmate for Felix. He mated me. I didn't see it. I was actually at a +5. This means +5.5 pawns. And I went from that to getting mated in 1 in 3 turns. And ended up losing the game. And I was actually kind of crushed. Because I was really confident. This guy played The Last of Us 2. That's all he did. And he walked away with a 90% accuracy. I know it looks bad because he had 5 blunders, but most of his blunders came at the end. He played a very good game. 22 best moves. The best possible move he could have made in the position. He made that 22 times. Nearly double me. And now, it's game point. Not only if I lose this next game, do I lose the whole tournament? If I draw the next game, I lose the whole tournament. A draw is a loss. And it's not too hard for Black to find a draw. Or, excuse me, white to find a draw. And so we jump in to game 2. And I'll be honest, I was fucking nervous. I was really, really nervous. Because I knew the stakes going in. I knew I was the favorite. I knew how chat would react if I would lose. I knew how they would react if I'd win. And so we start. Game 2. Me playing as the black, him playing as the white. Obviously, he has a bit of a favorite lead because he's the white, but I ignore it. I prepare my opening, knowing that I want to go for something he wouldn't expect. The Berlin defense. I know he likes the Rui Lopez. A 500-year opening invented by Spanish inquisitioners, where you bring out the bishop to threaten the king and often end up creating stacked pawns on this file. But in the year 2000, one man upset the world's greatest player at the time, Garry Kasparov, with this exact move. Ignore the fucking bishop. Ignore the stacked pawns. Fuck them. Fuck them. Bring out this piece. We're going for the Berlin defense, baby. And that's exactly what we do. We continue on, making all the best moves, reacting in every situation to whatever he does with the right fucking move. And right here, I see something. Only 13-2 turns in, I see something big. Do you see it? I see my queen is threatening here. And if I bring my bishop, I'll have 2 people attacking together. They call that a battery in chess. I say ignore the defense. He brings his knight here. What he saw as a fork. In fact, let me show you a clip.
Oh my god, this is so beautiful. I have a fork. Oh my god. And if he takes, I take.
He doesn't see it right off.
Okay, last match. Let's go. Last match.
Check
Last match. Bring it on.
mate. I checkmate XQC in 14 turns. My accuracy for this game, 99.1%. I didn't make a single wrong move. I played a perfect game. A literal perfect game with no inaccuracies. Now, perfect does not mean that you can beat any player. It just means that you didn't fuck up. At the top level, they never fuck up. All their games are perfect. But on this day, for the first time in my life, I played a perfect game. And so we were off to game 3. And game 3, as I said, isn't a real game 3. It's a sudden death. It's 3 minutes for each person to move, as opposed to your 10 minutes that you normally have, and 0 seconds added when you make a move. 3 minutes! 6 minutes total are going to separate me from winning. If I run out of time, even if I'm up a whole queen, I lose. And so we start. Me versus XQC in the tiebreaker. Not only to be in the finals of the tournament, but also for $500. I know that I'm white because I have a better accuracy. Before this happened, I looked up a little bit of theory on what I should do if he does the same bishop opening. So I start the same. And I notice he does the same move. So I mix it up. I take him. Which you might be thinking to yourself, well, Ludwig, why doesn't he take you? Well, he did just that. The problem is, now I move my queen here. And now I'm threatening to take him. So in return, he threatens to take me. But I'm okay with that. I take the knight. He takes me. And I say, fuck it. I'm taking the pawn. Nothing's protecting it, and he's in check. I'm up a pawn already. Only 6 seconds into the game. And then he blocks with his bishop, and I say, oh, you know, they do say in chess you're supposed to control the center and bring out all these pieces so you can have a more safe opening for your king. But fuck that shit. Let's let the queen go to town. I take all the pawns. He plays a move over here looking for a fianchetto, maybe bring out this knight. I bring out this bishop. He brings out his bishop. I castle for safety. He does do both moves I thought he would. Check. And I'm one move away from checkmate. Do you see it? Because my bishop puts him in check, he has only forced moves. I have checkmate with one more move. All I have to do is bring my queen to f7. His king can't escape. He can't take me because I'm protected. This bishop's useless. This horse and queen are useless. I win the game in 12 moves. That's fucking right. Literally 12 moves. And I beat XQC in a sudden death to make it to the finals of the entire fucking tournament. Except that didn't actually happen because I accidentally played this move because I didn't see it because I only had 3 minutes and I made the move in a second. You can see I had 2:28 and then I had because I didn't want to be low on time. I had to make my moves quick. So then I thought this was checkmate, but apparently you can do this, which I didn't see. And so then I was like, oh, fuck. So then I just continued on for a bit, and I was still up ahead a lot. I mean, I'm up 5 pieces, and pawns, I should say. This is points. Points. So different pieces have different points. Pawns 1, bishops and knights are 3, rooks are 5. I'm up 5. 5's a lot. It's enough to win, really. But if I run out of time, I still lose the game. So I have to move very quickly. I end up going +8. I'm still making good moves here. I trade queens because I don't want to get checkmated. So I'm still playing good here. I bring out my knight. I fork him. A pretty good fork here. Where I'm threatening, you know, to take either his rook or bishop for free. He moves here, and this is a tricky spot. Because you have an option here as the rook. You can either take this piece for free. And then you get a free 3 points. Or you can take this piece, but it's protected here. Seems kind of scary. You could just get a free piece right here. But the problem is, he would win the game in one fucking turn. Checkmate, back rank mate. And literally, I saw this in 2 seconds, and I said, wait, fuck that shit. I can just take this guy anyway. It's still free. LOL! Take him, because there's 2 guys actually attacking this piece. Even if he's on the other side of the board, you got to look for it. Grab the rook. Continue ravaging him. Taking every single piece that he has. Checks, forks, discovered checks, non-stop threats. Leaving him with nothing but a king. And then I find my mate. Checkmate in 44 moves. It only had to be 12, but I brought it down 44 moves, and in 2 minutes of my playtime, I checkmated XQC and moved on to the finals. It happened. I'm on cloud 9. I fucking did it. A comeback that I didn't even think I was capable of after losing game 1. And I was in the finals versus Moist Critical. A little background. Moist Critical, some of you might know as Penguin Zero, is someone who I watched a lot when I was a kid. In fact, I named my fantasy football team Poseidon's Nipples after Critical. We even played some chess for fun before. And he won his side of the bracket, and I won mine. Me versus Critical in the finals of the consolation bracket, which was actually slated the premium spot after the championship bracket match. That's how many viewers the consolation matches were getting over the championship match, that we got the better time slot. The problem was, I only had 2 hours to prepare. The finals was the same day as the semifinals. 2 hours before my match, I took an hour to chill, and then I spent the last hour with my coach, Hans, a 16-year-old prodigy at chess, soon to be GM, on what I would do. While he prepped with Danya, a GM who found him his 6-move mate versus XQC. It was truly a match of titans. And so, in front of over 100,000 combined viewers, we began our match. Me versus Critical. I prepared for the exact opening with a new gambit, the cr1tikal. Ensuring better defense, something I had never done but only studied briefly. It was a true bout of titans. I'm running through the moves, but you can see we are all making great moves. There are no severe blunders. The game was not given. If someone was gonna win, it had to be taken. It continues on for a bit. Trading pieces. Entering endgame until I finally have a breakthrough. I get my pawn on the 6th rank. 2 away from changing it into a queen. A scary spot for a pawn to be. He moves his knight. A mistake. I take advantage. Free bishop, not protected by anything. Or free pawn, protected by nothing. He moves in here. And then I think to myself, wait. I can put this rook under threat. He takes me to avoid the threat. And now, I think, oh shit. This pawn's no longer blocking me. I get a free fucking rook. Rook for bishop. That's a great fucking trade. I'm now up 3 pawns. And I have this game in the bag. I'm not making necessarily the best moves, but I'm up 3 pawns, which is more than enough to win with the pieces that remain. It continues on for a bit. I'm a little nervous about my position. He starts making some scary moves. I'm a little wary of where to go. Eventually, I'm able to trade off my rooks, simplifying the game, aka extending my 3-pawn lead. And here I'm in a tough spot. I have my queen. I have 3 more pieces than him, aka a rook to his knight, and the same amount of pawns. It's a really good spot to be. I know as a fact that I can back rank check if I get rid of this knight. So I decide to move up here, threatening to take, and if nothing's protecting it, it's checkmate. Critical moves his piece here. So if I take the knight, he takes back. I only have a minute left on the clock. I've played 9 minutes of chess. So I put him in check, panicking after thinking about the move for 20 seconds. We end up entering some sort of stalemate. I repeat the move. We're on the verge of a draw. But I'm greedy. I don't want to draw. So I say, fuck that. I'm going to bring my rook over and jam this bitch in. But I run out of time. I think to myself, hey, if I bring my queen down here, it'll put him in check again. He'll move over, and then I can bring my rook up, and then I can get checkmate. Except I missed one thing. Why are there 2 question marks here? Why did this plummet into full black? What did I fuck up? I did the Botez Gambit, named after a woman's fight master, Alexandra Botez, known for giving away her queen. I give away my queen. I go from almost guaranteed winning to losing in 1 turn. I'm not free right now. I'm not free. I can't do a lesson right now. All because I panicked. I tried playing on, but I could not have been more frustrated. I mean, I was genuinely sad here. I was genuinely sad here. I know it might not seem like it, but I did put a lot of myself into this tournament. And to lose it off of something so dumb, after playing such a great game, it's really crushing. Especially when I'm playing as white and I'm the advantageous side of the board. I tried playing on for a bit, but I resign. I made one blunder that cost me the whole game. The whole hour Hans spent coaching out through the window. Because I made one dumb move. I didn't have the mental fortitude to play another game. I felt like shit about myself. But then I got a message. Hans, who I sometimes give a hard time, reached out. He told me I played a great game. He said, don't let it get to my head. And that I can make the comeback. The comeback, excuse me. He said all I have to do is just play more confidently. I'm making the right moves. I'm just doubting myself. Trust yourself. You can win. So I said, okay. And I entered game 2 with Hans's words in my mind. Knowing that I could fucking make this comeback. And so it starts. Game fucking 2. I'm playing as black, the more disadvantageous side to play. I decide to open up with a pretty simple opening. In fact, I've played against Moist Critical in 6 games before this tournament day. And in all of them, we played this exact opening. Every time I played black, we played the exact same opening. And I know what he likes to do. I know he likes to pressure this pawn with this bishop to eventually bring this knight down, to double attack it, to get a free piece and make me panic. And I was prepared. I played smart. I made the good moves. Traded bishop for knight here just so I could get this knight into this position for free. Kept advancing pieces. Trying to keep my king safe. And at this moment, I saw it. I saw the path to victory. Do you see it? This bishop is currently defended by 1 piece, but attacked by 2. Not only that, but if I take with my bishop first, and then he takes with his pawn, and then I take with my knight, I fork his queen and his rook. One of the best things about a knight is you can fork very easily. They can't attack you, but you attack both of them. He has to pick one to save. Obviously, he picks the queen. I take the rook, and now I'm up 3 points. We continue on playing. I try to make the best moves I can. Thinking through. Pushing my pawn all the way up. Allowing myself to get a pawn for a rook. That's how scary my pawn was on this rank. That he took the pawn with the rook, allowing me to get a free rook. And now, I'm up 7 points. Bouncing back from the lost game 1 in an unprecedented way. And just for fun, I end up going plus 10. I'm feeling good. And while all this is happening, unbeknownst to me, because I'm not allowed to open chat, I'm not allowed to watch any streams, I'm only playing the game, in a distant land, chess.com, the people streaming this event to almost 100,000 viewers, goes down due to a fire in Arizona. I'm not kidding. And in this exact moment, where I am crushing, I get hosted by chess.com's Twitch stream. And I don't even know, but I have 72,000 viewers at peak. I'm the most watched chess streamer of all time. I'm playing the biggest live chess match any individual has ever streamed. And I'm winning every fucking second of it. Literally 72K peak. My previous is 16K. And I'm fucking crushing. At this point, my opponent, Moist Critical, resigns. Much like I did game 1, understanding that a 10-point lead is an execution test, I'm more than capable of doing it. There is a very small chance of him being able to stalemate, a 0% chance of him being able to win. And so, in front of about 60,000 at this point, because the viewers did drop a bit, I brought it to a sudden death 1-1 overtime game versus Moist Critical in the finals. I'm not kidding. The most viewed Twitch streamer at peak ever in the history of Twitch. Sure, some tournaments get more viewers, but no individual, not Hikaru, not XQC, no other streamer has ever had more viewers streaming chess except for us in this exact moment. And I gotta say, when I found out, I was fucking nervous. I was so nervous. Not only are 60,000 people watching, outside of that, I poured my heart into this game. Unironically, I'm not a fucking GM. I'm not an amazing player. I'm not even good. But I put in a lot of time to get better and a lot of time to get here. So win or lose, I would feel something. It's one thing to enter as a streamer and just play for funsies and get guaranteed money. But I actually tried. I got coaching. I went out. I bought books. I read them. Every single night, I was like peckish. I couldn't fucking eat the day of. I don't get nervous a lot. Not for streaming. Not with 15,000 you laugh, you losing. But when I'm genuinely putting my self-worth in front of people and saying, hey, I tried my best and either I fail or succeed, that's the most real thing you can do. And so we start game 3. Game 3, as I said, is a sudden death of 3-0. And I've had a bit of experience playing Moist Critical before. In fact, we played 4 games. 4 games of 3-0. And in every single game, I won. I'm a faster player than him. I know I'm a faster player than him. I know that even if I can't find a checkmate, I can probably just win on straight up time. And so we walk in to our final game. Me versus Critical. Everything on the line. In front of the biggest stage Chess has ever seen. And I'm feeling good. I think I might actually be able to get it done. I start off with a game plan that I know and I feel comfortable with rather than the one I worked on with Hans. The Rui Lopez. Having him have stacked pawns I thought would make him a little rattled. He ends up making some pretty good plays here. And in fact, has an advantage. At this point, he's up 1 pawn over me. And again, I'm a little nervous, but I know I'm faster, and I know I can bring it back. So the game continues. And I make a genius play. Rook to check. He blocks with his bishop. I take the bishop, meaning the only piece he can block with is now this pawn. Free pawn for me, and he's in check, so I get a free extra move. And here I'm in a great spot. I'm not showing the bar to not spoil. I'm in a really good spot here. You can probably see a couple good moves. This is a free pawn. You can do this right here to protect him and make him stronger and then bring out your other pieces. That's the best move in the position. But I decide, after he ends up moving his king, that I'm not going to take this. I'm not going to protect him. I'm going to try to go for protection here. Which ended up not being the wisest decision, I realized, because I pinned my own queen. Meaning that if I move this guy now, they get a queen, which is bad for me. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm not, again, every one of these moves is maybe 5 seconds at most. So I end up taking his rook. He takes with queen. I decide to keep my queen because I think I'm in a better position. I put him in check. He moves. I move up my pawn. He moves his bishop. I put him in check. I'm thinking, ooh, free pawn. Or free bishop. Right? Because he's in check, so he has to protect the check, so I get a free bishop here. Again, trying to make good moves in literal seconds. He makes a brilliant move by blocking the bishop, or excuse me, the check with his queen, forcing me to trade. If I don't trade, I'm in a very bad spot. Like if I go here, I'm in a very bad spot and he has a better position than me. And again, only seconds to make my move. I decide in this position, fuck it. I'll trade. I'm still in a pretty good spot. We're literally even. No one has an advantage in pieces. I try to activate my pawn here, make him move his bishop off. I move my knight out, try to activate my pieces, threatening this pawn. He moves his pawn up. And that's where I'm like, huh. This doesn't seem too bad. So I take it. And then he takes with bishop. And then I realize his plan all along. I'm now forked. His bishop's attacking my king and my knight. I have to protect the king. And so I lose a knight. And I'm down big now. I try fighting back, taking a pawn where I can, realizing even in this spot that if I take this pawn over here, I'll get taken by the bishop. Trying to see the whole board, trying to play the best I can. Again, seconds for every move. I'm doing way better than him on the clock. But the damage is done. I'm already down pretty big. And even though I brought it back by taking some pawns, he's in a way better position. And he forces my king to go up here. And with one final move of his rook, puts my king into check. Can't escape into these squares because this pawn. Can't escape into these squares because this bishop. And this file is covered by the rook. And I lose. The first time I've ever lost a critical in a 3-0. It's in front of 60,000 people. In the finals of one of the biggest chess tournaments of all time. And I'm crushed. Because it's not like I just made a dumb play. I just got outplayed. I think if we ran the game 10 times, I have a good chance of winning 4, 5, maybe even 6. But this game, when it mattered, he played way better than me. And I lost. But I'm graceful in defeat. I hosted Critical. I still like Critical. I think Critical's a fucking fantastic content creator. And it's not like this is the first L we've taken. We've won a lot on this channel, and it feels fucking good. Pokemon, our Mario tournament. This L's done one thing and one thing only. Lit a fire under my ass. I don't care what the competition is. I'm putting in my all. Because even though it felt terrible to lose, even though I immediately ended and sat on a fucking swing like a depressed Naruto character for 3 hours by myself, just re-watching the clip, all it made me want to do was run it back. And we'll have the fucking chance. It might not be chess. It might not be Critical, but it will happen. We're gonna run it back. We're gonna see this stage again. And when we see it, we're putting our heart in. And we're gonna try our best to take that shit down. In fact, there's actually another chess tournament coming up that they invited me to without me having to email them. July 10th. So we'll run this bitch back. We ended up second place, winning $3,000 and 100 gifted subs from XQC, and making a few friends along the way. And finally, feels like I might be on the inner circle of Twitch for the first time ever. I feel like I'm a streamer that people know about. Even if I have 6,000 views, it's no different than last time. I think people get me now. So it's not all sad. But shout-outs where shout-outs are due. Shout-outs to Critical winning the tournament. Probably no other streamer I would have wanted to win? Yeah, literally none. And that is how I accidentally, briefly, became the biggest chess streamer of all time. All because in Arizona there was a fire that cut out internet and they had to host me on the biggest match of the tournament. Shout outs to the coaches, Hikaru. I cannot shout out Hikaru enough. This guy's humble, but he genuinely loves chess. Like, more than people love anything. And it's cool to love something that much. So I hope for his sake, chess keeps living. A lot of love to him. I think he deserves a lot of the credit for where chess is today on Twitch. Shout outs to Alex. No beef. Should have picked Schlatt though. Thank you for the coaching. My main man, Hans. Godlike at the game of chess. And fuck what anyone says. Good coach. He'll be a GM soon enough, I'm sure. I'll probably be ripping the VOD to watch it live. Shout outs to the other players. I made a lot of mutuals. Box is cool. Boy is really wholesome. I love Boy. Hutch reached out. I watched Hutch when I was a kid. Moist Critical. He's dope. I love everyone in that tournament. Slicker, XQC, man of his word, paid out his subs within like 10 minutes. Shout out to Robert Hess, my co-commentator, of course. Shout out to the production team, who I always gave a hard time but crushed it. Everybody at chess.com. Chess.com is a site. I'm not sponsored by them. I'm pretty sure they're crushing it now, but they were good to me. They were really good to me. They didn't have to be, but they were. They offered me a lot of shit, and that was sick. So, at the end of the day, not the result we wanted, but it definitely changed us. It changed us as a stream. There is a definitive timeline on this stream. I am now announcing it today. 2 timelines of Ludwig. There's BC and AD. Before chess and after dicking down. Excuse me, getting dicked down. That's the timeline. I genuinely think this game, more than any other, has changed our channel. Forget Mario Party, even Pokemon. Nothing beats this. This shit not only blew up the channel, but also connected me with so many different people. Anyway, boys, hope you like the story. Hope you like the recap. I know that was a couple hours, but a lot of shit happened. Thank you for all the subs, boys. I do appreciate it. All the primes. Yeah. Much love, boys. This has been some of the most fun I've ever had streaming, and I think I've reflected it by how much I do stream. And the fact that I can play 3-0 chess to 8,000 people, which is what I was doing, is crazy. Anyway, I do have to piss. Before I pee, though, everyone who tabbed out once I started playing that Monosashi song because you thought it was over, but you were curious if I was going to say anything at the end, but you thought it was like a credits roll, but you still tabbed out, which was disrespectful of you. That was disrespectful of you. Just check if you have a Prime sub. Just check if you have a Prime sub, okay? That's all I ask. You don't even got to use it on me. I don't care who you use it on. Just use your Prime sub, dumbass. No, well, I mean, you're nice if you use it, but if you don't use it, you're a dumbass. Anyway, I got to pee. Thank you very much, H. Bird Twig, for the primes. Dr. Panda DVM, Shuffle MX, Cole Fission, Kilo, Arrival X, JXT, Harissa Fit, 14 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lich King 7, thank you, buddy. The Uber Pikachu, the Dreaded Dabber, Baroda Kid, Mr. Woohoo, Diamond Beast Gang, Meanie Weenie, Fru. I don't think I'm missing anyone. Yeah, I'm good. No, I missed one. In Leots. No, I missed another one. Shit. Shit. I don't want to miss one. Hey, it's Gids, Bobby B, Zora, Joker. Oh my God, fuck. Robsta, fuck. Delangel, Procrast, Mr. Moo, Kurtos, The Jungle, FYC Roman. I'm missing people. Fuck! I just gotta pee. I gotta pee. Swiggity dank! Thank you, the 5 gifted. All right, boys, what it do? I missed a $100 donation. That's dope. That's a lot of money. Did I? There's no way. I wasn't peeing that long. No, I didn't. There's no donation. There's literally no donation. Did I? No, I didn't. I can see everything in my thing. There's no donation. When? Oh, it was before all the primes. Oh my God. BK Chess, thank you for the $100. I missed all of that. Holy shit. Thank you, buddy. That's so sweet of you. It's all going to charity this month. So, do appreciate the donos. Do appreciate them. It does make the charity thing cooler. By the way, boys, let me tell you about the plan for the week. Because I think this week is going to be pretty crazy. Boys! Thank you for all the subs, boys. Sorry I can't read them all. It's very hard. That was like a video micro autobiography. Do you want to know the truth? I can't. What I desperately want to do is something like a summoning salt, or not even a summoning salt, but like just a post-commentated thing. Like when Alpharad did a Nuzlocke and did a Nuzlocke video. That I would love to do that. I can't. I can't do it. I'm so bad. If I turn on the camera and I can't do YouTube voice. I can't. You call it YouTube voice, but I actually can only do it live. I can do it. Obviously, I know I have the capability, but I would have to practice. I don't have the ability at this moment in time. Like, I just don't have the skill yet. I think it's a different skill. It's a different fucking skill, and I don't have it. Moist Critical challenges you on Yu-Gi-Oh game. I would love to play Critical in Yu-Gi-Oh. It's a different fucking skill, and I can't do it. Like, for example, I was recording. I went to Summit to record a sketch they're doing
for CS:GO Summit. And it was like I was supposed to be like this character with an accent. And they're filming it, and I couldn't do it unless I knew the camera was rolling. For some reason, if I know a camera's rolling and like it's like recorded footage and it's like showtime, I feel like I can perform. But if it's not, I feel weird. I feel so uncomfortable. Like I tried throwing on the camera to record like a voiceover for like what happened, and I feel like I'm like sweating bullets. I keep having to like delete and retake. I just feel like a fucking idiot because I'm a dumbass in my room talking to myself. That's so dumb. I'm literally in my room talking to myself. But now you guys are here, and so you can drop emotes, which they distract me. I'm doing it now technically, but you guys are dropping emotes, which distracts me from the fact. It doesn't feel as lonely with you guys. Which is probably fucked up. I'm probably fucked mentally from you guys. You guys are probably, it's probably not healthy to be a streamer, let's be real. Blue M, thank you for the 2 gifted. Nalzy, thank you for the $1, babe. Appreciate it. Glab80, thank you for all the subs. Sorry I missed like a fuck ton. I try to read them all. Just thank you for the $5. All right. So, as I was saying, this week, we have a lot of shit. It starts off with us starting tomorrow, needing to beat the Pokemon Pandemic Run. We're probably going to throw a little more chess in here and there for the fun of it. At some point, I want to do a YL because dooming coming up in a major way on the 26th is going to be Pogo Stuck. And from then on, my life is over. And I think I can announce at this point that in July, there might be a different tournament I'm involved with. Not chess related. In fact, this one I won't be a player. I'll be a host. I don't want to leak too much soon, but I might have an announcement trailer ready by tomorrow. LACS is coming, baby. In a major way. A major way. Ooh, a major way. I'm thinking biggest tournament in 2020. I just DM'd cr1tikal on Discord. I'm down. I didn't really have anything else planned today. I should have needed to regale my tale. Melee doesn't need me, but doesn't mean they couldn't use me. All right, what is this game? What is this game? Moist cr1tikal.
I'll create the room now.
He's playing Duel Links. Holy shit, he's playing Duel Links. Dude, I played Duel Links with my best friend Christian for like 6 weeks maybe. I got it and I actually like dropped money because if you don't drop money, it's like so hard to get better. So you have to spend money. It really is just pay to win. It's pay to fucking win. Like 100%. It is such a throbbing hard pay to win situation. Read your notifs. Doug. I have them all backed up. I don't see anything, Doug. But thank you if you subbed, Doug. Check Fed's tweet. Twitter.com/FedMeister.
there's only one thing.
Oh, it comes out tomorrow? We should play that. List of streamers included. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on. Woo! We're in there. We're in there. Let's go. Let's go. The inner circle made it to the inner circle. Damn, good list to be a part of. How the fuck did Slicker find his way on this list? Oh, actually, that makes sense. I wasn't thinking about it. Obviously, someone needs to be Machop, the 4'9" fighting type Pokemon with a beautiful, nearly bald head. Is Mango in it? No. What's up, big guy?
My fucking man, how are you?
I'm doing good. Let me know if my mic's fucked, because it gets fucky on Discord sometimes.
It sounds crystal clear. I'm still hearing that sultry voice coming through nice and clear.
Love it, love it. So don't tell me you're hooked on Duel Links.
Bro, I am deep into Duel Links. Have you been bitten by that bug yet?
I got
Have you
bit by
invested
that
money?
bug years ago. I dropped so much money.
Oh, so, okay. Then, all right. I was gonna say, like, you and I are evenly matched in chess, but when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm the fucking Grease avatar of this shit, man. I don't consider it spending money. I consider it investing in my Yu-Gi-Oh talent, of course, and I've invested a lot.
How much?
A lot.
What's your number?
Well, we don't get it. I can't give you the insider trading info.
Yeah, okay, for sure.
Yeah.
I did it when I was in college, like probably 3 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, and I spent way too much. It wasn't even that much, but I felt bad about it because I knew I had to spend more.
Yeah, I feel bad every time I bite during a sale.
Yeah, it was like it was probably like 20 to 50 bucks or something. It wasn't even that bad, but at the time it was bad for me. How do you play it on desktop?
It's just on Steam. It's literally just a mobile game. Instead of swiping, you just drag mouse.
Oh, shit. All right.
No, I have no idea how to invite you though. I don't know how like the friend system works.
It says online PvP, so I guess there should be a way. Is there a way to play with friends? Does chat know?
Yeah, I know how to set up a room. I just figured that out. I just don't know how to invite you. I think probably through Steam.
I see. I wonder if I'll have my old account. Does it link between Steam and mobile?
You can set it up too. Yeah, there's a data transfer.
Oh, I'll probably just have a fresh account then. Will I even be able to play right off rip?
I don't remember. It's been so long. I immediately tapped into the heart of the credit card. I don't remember what you start with.
They're saying you can. Or can I play off rip chat or at the data transfer? If you spend money, is that real? You have to spend money to be able to play off rip?
They have structure decks, I know that.
Yeah, I know the structure decks aren't even that bad. Like the dragon structure deck was pretty decent, I think.
Yeah, I think the best one is Ancient Gear at the moment. Okay, toss me your friend code on Discord and I'll add you on Steam and I should be able to just get you in here.
Okay. I'm downloading the game right now. I did not come as prepared for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links as I would have liked.
And I'm telling you, man, it only took me 2 duels to get fucking hooked on this game. There's just something so nostalgic and fun about it.
How long has it been? Like, how long have you been down this path?
A little under a month. I think right around 3.5 weeks. Yeah. It's a fucking fever, though.
I think I tapped out after about 2. And it was literally just like a moment where I was looking at the phone about to buy something and then thinking I can put this down and walk away forever right now, but if I buy this, I'll have to keep playing.
Yes, sunken cost fallacy is real.
It's not a fallacy, it's a philosophy.
Oh, ain't that the goddamn truth? It said it failed to send you the invitation.
I think it's because it hasn't installed yet.
No, this should be through Steam. I think you have too many Steam friend requests.
Oh, fuck. Oh, maybe it's...
Why is it the loudest game ever? Ah! I can't turn it down.
Sorry, I had to mute. That was the loudest game ever. I had to. Oh my god.
Yeah, I feel that, man. No worries.
Data transfer. All right, I'm gonna data transfer. I'll come back to you in 5 minutes. I'm gonna see if I can figure it out.
Yeah, no rush, bro. No rush.
All right. Let's see if we can figure this shit out, chat. Oh, it's a mistake to download it on my phone. My paychecks are different now, man. Oh, it's not even about the money now. It's about the time now. You guys remember when I was into Valorant and I started streaming less? It's gonna be like that times 10, dude. It's gonna be every moment too. I'm gonna go pee and I'm gonna be there for like a fucking hour. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, but it's so good. Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn notifications off. Maybe that's like, is that a gimmick that people use? All right, I'm trying to do the data transfer right now. New merch, summer. It is summer? Good, then it's coming out in the next couple months. I wonder if it would pop up as... No, probably Konami. I don't know if I'll be able to log in. I forgot my Konami ID. Or do I even have a Konami ID? Oh, no. No, it's not going to work. Because it's not saved to this device. I remember now. That's one of my least favorite parts about Duel Links. Is that it saves to your device in your game center. Yeah. Oh, that was so dumb. Yeah, if you just have a different phone, it don't work. So I have to make a new account. You can transfer from device, but I don't have my old phone. Yeah, it saves to Game Center. That's it. Black olives are fire.